What's up, crazy family? Hey, today is a fun day. This is my friend David Wood from Genie TV.
Hey, everybody.
So last year we did this.
Yes.
It was the first time I got to meet you.
Right, yeah.
And it was so much fun. I am so glad and I'm happy for you guys because you guys have taken off.
Yeah, the page is, we were literally, this time last year, we were around 200 subscribers, and now we're just under 2,000.
2,000?
Yeah, so it's really just exploded.
119?
Yeah, we're 118 right
118,
now. Yeah.
good for her.
So we're getting there.
Good for you guys.
Yeah, we're getting there.
David is a crazy family member, and it's your friend of mine. He also is a YouTuber. His channel content is about Kennywood and Disney. His format is a live stream style.
Right.
Why did you want to do live stream?
I like interacting with people. So like I can do videos, and I have done videos, but
Yeah.
I literally like just talking to people and letting people say, hey, this is what I want to see, and then take them home. And that's what we do at Kennywood. It's a big time. Is if somebody literally says something because of the size of the park, I can take them anywhere they want to go. So
yeah, like recently with Andy.
Yes.
Andy is a scare actor and a supervisor at the customer service. He just won the Kennywood Krazy Award for customer service, by the way.
Oh, all right.
And so you were saying, if you haven't watched his video, David's video just lately, tell him what happened.
So what happens is when Andy sees us, he literally steals the stream. So he'll literally take the gimbal away from me and he'll go run with it. He's taken us into a few of the scares. He's done a lot of good things for us.
That's amazing.
Out. Last year he took us in, almost every time he took it, he'd just take us in somewhere and just like say, all right, bye, and leave us. But it doesn't matter where it is, he'll grab it, run it, slide with it. He loves it. He loves the stabilizer. So.
And he's a good guy, really downhearted. He loves his park. He's been working here for quite a few years, so that's good. So how many years have you been doing Genie TV now for now?
This is the second full year.
Second full year.
Yeah, we did it kind of part-time. And now it's been turned into.
Oh, and it exploded when you guys got very, very popular. And
it has, and especially here, like last weekend, like we got stopped. I don't know. It seemed like every 5 minutes we were getting stopped, which is great. I mean, you know, we love talking to people, and I encourage anybody if they see me, stop and say hi. Like,
See, David's a pretty late show guy. He loves other people, so don't. Yeah, like he's saying, just don't be afraid.
Like Jordan right there. Jordan. He's done that to me. He said hi.
Yeah, Jordan. Yeah, he's a good dude. I think you guys were talking about stories and stuff. I've seen that a couple of times.
Yeah.
So Jordan, welcome. Thank you for watching. Matthew's watching. Matthew. And if you have any questions, you want to ask him live, ask David. We'll try to fit him in.
Yeah. So
absolutely. I think I already asked. Why did you decide to mostly do a live stream? I asked you. Did I ask you that?
Yeah, you asked me that.
Okay, because that was the second question on the thing. What do you think that stands out about your channel as compared to the other ones?
I think with us, it's that we try to keep it family friendly.
Yeah.
But we also want to have that interaction. Like a lot of the people I know that do Kennywood, they're about doing the videos and posting them up, being in behind the scenes, which is really cool. RM Steel Fan does that. You know, a couple of the other guys, they just take that video and then they put it up, which is great content. But me, I want to meet people. I want to talk to people. I want to engage with people, and that's just my style, and it's our family style. You know, my wife, she's not as much into it as me, you know, as far as meeting people. Like, she's kind of backwards, but she's getting better and better with it. But when she has a stream, everybody loves it. So
well, yeah, she's been, how do I say this? She's a shy person, so quiet. Until you get to know her, and she's like the sweetest woman ever. I keep on telling people that.
She is. She's. We've been together 20 years, so you know, it's.
She's your compadre.
She's my compadre.
Just like this girl over here, my girl over here. Raquel's sitting right beside us. She's smiling over there. So at the end of your videos, you've always ended them as tradition to add them at the potato patch.
Yeah.
Why did you start doing that, and how long have you been doing that?
We started that right after my dad passed away. My dad was a huge Kennywood guy, and my dad made a lot of my memories here. You know, I remember one year he wasn't able to come because he was a welder and he used to work in the mines, and so he still had the clearances to go in the mines. So his company sent him underground on July 4th, and we were all supposed to come as a family. And my dad still made. I didn't think we were going to go. and my dad still made a way for us to go. But my dad, whenever he came here, he would always just say he was here for potato patch fries. And literally, he would eat 2 or 3 helpings of potato patch fries throughout the day.
Lot.
Throughout the day, he would just eat potato patch fries, and he would always have them with gravy. And so it kind of became a thing where that's what he did. So, like, my way to honor my dad, who I worked with in ministry and I worked with in real life for many years through church stuff, was that every time we end here, we try to end with potato patch. Because I love my dad and I really miss him. And it's been really hard, but when I ended there, it always, especially in August, you know, around the time of his death, it's always special to go there. And that's kind of when it started, was around the anniversary of his first year of his death. And I was like, man, I'm going to pay homage to Dad every time we go. So unless I can't get there, I still mention it, but I try to close every video over there.
And if not over there, over by the Potato Smash now.
Potato Smash, yes. So we try to do one or the other to kind of just honor Dad.
I don't know if I told you this. Just recently, within the first, like a month ago or so, or maybe 3 weeks ago, for the first time, and plus 30 years, my mom came to this park.
I saw the pictures.
And we did a little small video with her, and because she was telling us stories about me taking me on Noah's Ark for our first time when she was just holding me.
Right.
But she thought what was funniest, we were talking about family. The funniest thing she told my grandfather, he loved buttermilk. And they would have their picnics here, and they have this big vat or whatever it is in the back by the picnic tables or pavilions. He would just be down in that stuff. And my mom had told me that what that would cause him to do was fart all night.
Oh my goodness.
And my grandmother would hate it, just be so mad at him.
Oh my goodness.
So my grandfather was up there sipping that buttermilk, fart.
Oh my goodness.
But I mean, just the memories.
Right.
So when I'm saying this to you, we have experienced, even with you, with your family and my family.
Right.
I mean, we didn't meet till last year, but it's a common thing around here.
Yeah.
That families come to here, and it's important.
Yeah.
Do you agree, and why?
I absolutely agree, because last week we had a viewer that was watching that wanted to meet us, but was I think a little scared. But then when we went over, they were waiting over the steel curtain for us, and we went over and we got to meet him and talk to him. But that's what it's all about, is meeting people, getting to know people, because this area has always been known as a friendly area. People this southern western Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, Greene County, Washington County.
Small
communities.
Smallest, largest city ever. That's I'm quoting David Hayner.
And when I go to Disney, I run into so many people that know Pittsburgh, they know Kennywood, they know what I'm talking about. And so for me, when we got to know you guys, it was wow, this is another branch that we didn't even know existed, because we were trying to work with some of the Kennywood pages, because we hadn't been away from the area for a while, so we wanted to kind of get back into the integration of it. Yeah. And you guys were one of the first pages to really welcome us with open arms, which I really appreciate. Oh, and our friendship's been fantastic. And
it's about friend family.
I know a lot of people don't know this, but we talk a lot off.
Yeah, I mean, we always sometimes
you'll call me, I'll call you.
Yeah, yes,
and just to have a good time and catch up with each other. And so that to me is what it's about.
Okay, so I think I have asked you this before, but I always like to recap this question because it could change from year to year, and I always ask everyone this.
Okay.
So, what about Kennywood are you still crazy about?
I'll tell you what, I am still crazy about the Raging Rapids. I know, even though it's not how it used to be, it's not getting you as wet, but it's still...
We have it back.
Yeah, we've got it back. That and Noah's Ark. Noah's Ark is one of my favorites since I've been a kid, and I was so excited when they brought the whale back, They took it away for a while and made it really crazy, and then they brought the whale back and made it back traditional. And so to me, those two rides, just if I come here, I got to do them.
Did you know the reason why they redid it? Because the boat itself was rotting inside, and then also the popularity of the elevator shaft. So they decided to take the elevator shaft out, rebuild the whole boat, and everything from ground up.
Okay.
And then put the well back in, and everyone just which it should be.
Right, and when they first put the well in, I haven't seen it do it this year, but it was shooting water out of the top.
It does still, but I think we're on this time after the Fall Fest, they turned it off because, I mean, it gets freezing.
Yeah,
you don't want to shoot.
You don't want water freezing in there.
Yeah, you don't want the pipes bursted, so that's not good.
Right,
okay.
Absolutely.
So, where was I? Okay, so do you know who Henry Rollins is? I asked this of Austin. Do you know who Henry Rollins is?
I can't say that I do.
Henry Rollins is a musician.
Okay.
And he was in a punk band called Black Flag.
Okay.
And he once said we should be inspired and not in awe of people's gifts and talents and also of other things. With that said, how do you feel that Kennywood inspired the entertainment business or given inspiration to either other parks and or resorts like such?
Well, I think like even Walt Disney himself went around and studied a bunch of
I think we talked about that one time.
And he literally, before he built Walt Disney World, like in Disneyland, he literally studied other amusement parks and to make his above and beyond all the others. But he drew from all the little parks like Kennywood,
like the family parks,
family parks to make his park. And to me, that's what it's about. It's like drawing from it and growing. And you look at how many celebrities come through here. I mean, there are a lot of celebrities coming. Like, people don't even realize that, I don't think, how many come through here. But I've seen them in the park. One of them is a Marvel actor that was here just this past year.
Yeah, Jeremy Renner?
Yeah. So, and I literally
he loves the roller coasters.
Yeah, I had him in my stream. Like, I caught him in my one stream. And so, like, I knew it was him, and I just kept on going. I don't stop, obviously talk to him. I've seen Steelers players here. I've seen all kinds of different people here, musicians. But it's about the funness of just a little quaint park.
Yeah.
You don't have to get a VIP treatment to enjoy it. You know what I mean? They don't come in expecting a VIP treatment. They just come in to enjoy the coasters, to enjoy the park, to enjoy the atmosphere. And most people don't know who they are because they just blend in so well.
Yeah.
And it's so awesome.
So I think too, if you didn't know this, and you might know a little bit of the history behind this park was actually influenced. We were talking about influences. By Blackpool Pleasure Beach over in England,
Okay.
And that park, if you look around the moat and how it was built, and some of the gardens,
right,
that's where that got its influence.
Right.
And then if you move on, fast forward 126 years, some of the classic rides, I think they have influenced like other parks and regional parks like Knoebels and like Waldameer.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've been to those parks before.
No, I have not been to either of those yet. Those are on the list for next year.
Yeah, you should. And more welcome. We'll talk later about having you be a guest next year for ACE.
Yeah.
For our Phantom Fall Fest. That way you can come in, film, stream live.
Right.
The tours.
Right.
That'd be awesome for you.
Yeah,
and it'll be free. It'll be free for you, man.
Absolutely. Okay.
Be our guest. Well, you and Carrie, you're our guest next year. Okay. So let's put on the list to be here.
I'll be here, man. I promise we'll put it down. I'll tell you. Give me the date and I'll put it in the calendar. I'll make it happen.
So yeah, like all the influences, you could actually, I think I could actually see the influences through other people. And then I think Austin said something about how people are influenced by Kennywood.
Right.
Like, because they love the nostalgia of this park. And you can't find the nostalgia like this.
Yeah. Well, you think about the Halloween time right now. There wasn't a lot of amusement parks that did Halloween stuff. Kennywood was one of the first ones that I remember as a kid doing. Of course, it was Phantom Fright Nights back then.
Yeah.
But when they first started doing that, like, you didn't hear a lot of amusement parks on. Now, what do you see?
A lot.
All the amusement parks are doing something
that started in
similar.
Universal. Did you know that Universal was one of the big corporate parks that started that, and then they saw they saw the draw, and they saw the worth of the money. Well, it's basically they're seeing the ka-ching, right?
Yeah. People are going to pay for it.
That's how that was born.
Right.
So we're drawing influences off other people.
Right,
so,
absolutely.
Both of us have spent many years coming to this park over the years, and we've seen rides, attractions, and food stands and games come and go. You know, although time does pass and these things happen, what do you think should be the mainstay of Kennywood? Did I ask you that before?
I don't think so. My goodness, the mainstay. I think it's two things. I think the oatmeal for sure. Because when you first come in, it's there. I know they did Garfield's Nightmare, which some people were fans, some people
weren't. It really
weren't.
doesn't matter which theme.
But being there. They could change the theme next year and make it something totally different.
As long as it's there.
As long as it's there, because it's the first thing you see coming out of the tunnel.
It's the oldest ride in the park.
Right, so when you come out of the tunnel, you expect to
that to be there.
And then I would think the other thing would be the kangaroo, and I'm glad they brought it back, and it's back where it's supposed to be, because that's another classic that people just expect to see. It's kind of like, you know, I remember riding it the first time when I was a kid thinking I was going to be like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to make it through this. And now it's like, I look at it and I'm like, wow, why was I so scared of such a little ride? But
Then you look at the yellow monster up there that's a lawn ornament.
I'm not riding that one.
See, it's not just me, man. It's not just me.
I'm not riding that one. No. Anybody wants to ride it, more power to them, but I'm sure my daughter will try to tackle it once it's back open.
Once it's back open, I'll ride with her right beside her, okay?
I think she'll try to tackle it.
You think Carrie?
I don't think Carrie will.
Is Carrie a coaster fan in the first place?
No, because she had a bad experience with Jackrabbit as a kid. So, and since she's had that, she's not.
Has she tried again?
She does ride some at Disney because of them being a little bit different in their speed. They're not as fast.
Well, they're family coasters.
Yeah, so, but she has not, as far as I can remember, not rode anything except those since what happened on the Jackrabbit when she was a kid. So, you know, that was scary.
But she loves coming here with her family. Like we were saying, it's all about family, spend time with family.
Yeah, it's me and her, it's about spending time together. So whether it's
hot
here,
date.
It doesn't matter where we're at.
Actually, with me and Rock, it's a hot date night every time. Even if our 10, 20 friends are here, it's a hot date, right?
It's to have fun, it's to enjoy each other. It's, you know, we love spending time with each other. So she knows that this is a passion of mine, and that, you know, when we started, we didn't think it would really go anywhere, and now, like,
you share it together, too.
We're just like, this is crazy. You know? I mean, it is honestly, not to take puns off your guys' word, but it's
Kennywood Krazy, baby.
It is Kennywood Krazy, because it all started, I mean, we did Disney, but our first really big break started happening here. And so that's why it's important for me to keep coming back here and doing it and being here, because I owe this a lot for what our channel is now. I believe the same thing too. So in recent years, we have seen increases of alcohol beverages sales in our family park. Right.
Also, Kennywood has been known to be a family park that has mostly recently have added alcohol sales to the park. A lot of alcohol sales to the park. I mean, a lot. You can say that. Do you think whether or not that this takes away from the family-oriented feel of the park?
So, being that we've been to bigger parks, Disney, I'm going to go back to that, because when we first went to Disney, they didn't serve alcohol. So when we first went there in 2016, there was no alcohol. So they didn't serve alcohol at all. And then they changed their rules. And I was really scared of it when they did it. They first did it for Epcot for around the world, you know. And I was really worried about it. And I've seen some pretty bad things with it down there happen. I don't agree with alcohol personally. That's personal belief. I don't have a problem with anybody that wants to do it responsibly. That's your choice. But I do feel sometimes that it can draw away from the family thing, because if it's not controlled, and I don't know the system here and how they control it, but if they're giving people too much or people get too much, then they become belligerent, they can become argumentative with people in line that they normally wouldn't be. They would normally be cool with them and joke with them, you know, and then all of a sudden become combative. And so, you know, I think it does draw a little bit away from it. I personally would like them to keep it out of amusement parks, but as we talked about just a minute ago, it's this.
It's all the money dollar. And anything that drives amusement park is money. It's not about what I mean, it's sad to say, it's not really about one group of customers.
I think they should do more of the adult nights. Like they did, and keep it that way. More so than during the day when families.
There's a lot of kids around.
But like I said, you know, it's the world we live in. You go to, there's plenty of restaurants that you used to go to that had nothing, and now they have it. So like Cracker Barrel, Bob Evans, they're all starting to serve alcohol.
Yeah.
And they didn't. So, it's...
Well, Pennsylvania, the laws are a lot different too.
Right.
Right.
So it's like I said, me personally, I don't think it's needed, but,
Did you know when they first started the alcohol, it was one little place, it was the beer garden across the moat, or not the...
Yeah.
If you call it a moat, you would call it a lake, whatever.
Yeah.
Across the pond, whatever. By Aero 360.
Yep.
And they had capped 2 per day.
Yeah.
And they did that only to appease some of the people around the area, or the politicians.
Right.
That,
Yeah.
Because, and also I used to watch GenieTV4 for Ace, and he was talking about that. And he also said, one person actually called the park and said, "I'll never be back at your park because you're selling alcohol."
Right.
And he's like, "Okay, see you later." I mean, but it's about like...
Yeah.
It's about
that's
money.
everybody. But it's not just Kennywood, it's all the parks. And it's all the restaurants, everybody's doing it. And, I think as long as you're keeping it controlled and there's nobody... I have not seen anybody here out of control.
Yeah, so I had one time, and it was one girl, this is over 21, one girl trying to get off the jackrabbit, almost falling on her face because she was too drunk.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
She needed to be ejected out of the park.
Right, so I've never seen it here, but I've seen it in other parks that I've been in that it's been too much.
Yeah.
They had an episode down at Disney where the parents literally got in the fountain. They were so drunk they got in the fountain, and they got their kids' cheer team kicked out of the competition because of it.
Oh man, that's horrible.
The parents caused little kids to not be able to participate.
That's horrible.
But it's...
Well, I agree with you. I do agree with you. It does take away from the family. Because that's actually a big discussion every time I see the alcohol when I talk with my friends about it. So, what do you think? I asked you this last year, but it changes every year. What do you think Kennywood did well this year?
There's a lot, honestly, that I think they did really well. I thought that the Fall Fantasy Parades I thought were done really well, getting all the schools involved. I really enjoyed that. I thought putting Ricky on as the lead in the park, somebody that started in the food service.
Well, they really needed someone who knew the park.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So I thought that was a really good decision. I'm all about safety, so I'm glad they made safety decisions. I know it's not popular, but they did make a safety decision with the roller coasters, steel curtain. I think they could have been a little bit earlier, but we don't know when they got those details. And so safety's always, to me, first. I think the staff and how the staff interacts with people, they got that right. They got a fantastic staff here. So
we just did the Kennywood Krazy Awards, just thanking them. No, that's all we can do is just say thank you to everyone.
And the wait times really haven't been that bad either.
No, actually, they've been pounding those trains out on Phantom.
Yeah.
But like I say, today we rode 4 times.
Right.
And they're boom, right in a row.
Yeah, and so I think that's really good. And I think extending the hours at nighttime more and more is a lot better too.
Yeah.
So I know they did midnight last 2 Friday nights, but I'm hoping that we see that into the summer next year. We'll do some summer nights if they go to midnight, because I think that would be really cool to do that.
I agree. I'm so glad that they started finally coming into a realization, okay, we need to start opening the park later.
Right.
People were crying out, why are you closing so early?
Well, that's when we were kids. That's what it did. It was always open 11 or 12. And I get it. COVID changed a lot of things. It really did. And for those that maybe didn't come right after COVID, we were here. You would come in sometimes and the park would be completely empty. And I would walk on anything I wanted to. But it's one of those things, everything kind of changed after that, but we're balancing out. So, I think, and I know they have a lot of younger kids that work here, and I think that has something to do with it too, because of work permits and just being in retail myself and stuff. I know the rules, so some of it is that, I think a little bit, but, hopefully we'll see that extend into the summertime.
Right. Okay, so here's the other question.
Yeah.
So, what do you think the park could have done to improve this year?
Okay, so I'm sitting in it. Sitting in it. So I love the carousel. I love it. I love the donut shake, all that stuff. But I'm a burger guy. I love burgers.
It's the burger.
And the burger is like, I don't know, like it's really not a burger.
You're not the only one that said that.
And I really want to see, like, I'm okay paying $16 for a burger. I go to Five Guys and pay a lot more for a burger. So, like, I'm okay paying that higher price for a real burger, but I want a real burger. I don't, you know, and so that's the only thing that, like, the food, like, you know, you have dietary things, I have dietary things. I'm a diabetic, so, you know, I can eat meat, but, you know, sometimes I go without the bread, and so I'll just eat the burger. And, like, I want a burger that I can just have some cheese on and pop it in my mouth and eat it, you know, and enjoy it, not be like, okay, just give me the bacon, you know. I'll just eat the bacon off the burger, not the burger itself. So that's the only thing.
Quality is what you're trying to say.
I really, and it's not a knock on Kennywood at all. It's not at all, because, like I said, I love the new milkshakes. I think they're awesome. I love what they did here, but it was just like, man, I was so excited about the burger, and then it was like, it was a letdown.
You know, Derek from Ice Cream Thrills, we interviewed him. He was our first interview at the beginning of the year.
Right.
He did mention something that was a plus. He said, because he does go to other parks a lot compared to Kennywood.
Right.
He does travel, him and his family. His wife has her own YouTube channel, Venturing Abbey, so they do a lot, eat out at these other parks. He said, you got to realize though, with Kennywood, the prices of Kennywood, their food, is not expensive, but very reasonable compared to other parks.
And as someone that's been to some of the big name parks, I can attest to that.
Especially, I mean, you're gonna go to the most expensive one, right?
Yeah, we do the meal plan there. So to save a little money, we do the meal plan. But you know, I'm willing to pay it, and I really think other people would too. I know that you can keep a different one, like you can make a different burger, like this is all beef, this is whatever, you know what I mean? Like this is our specialty burger, make it a little higher price, and let me pay the $18 for it, you know what I mean? Like, I don't care about the fries even, I just want the burger, man, you know, so like, I'm pretty easy going with that, but he is right, the prices here, like, funnel cakes aren't that bad.
Very reasonable.
You know, it's not bad at all. So, like,
and when at the end of the year, if you buy your platinum, you get 50% off.
Right, exactly. So it's not bad. It's just I would like to see, you know.
Let's talk a little bit about Disney, because you guys do a little Disney. You know a lot about Disney.
Yes.
I don't know much, and so these questions are coming out from right field.
Right.
And please don't take it the wrong way.
No, I got you.
Because I don't know how to word this one without coming off wrong.
Okay.
So I see Disney as the most expensive park to go to.
Right.
Something my family, my wife and I would never be able to afford to go to.
Right.
And there is a video and just reports that as altogether the expenses of a park like Disney World is just astronomical for like a family of like, for 3 days it's almost $3-4 grand.
Depends how you plan it.
Depends how you plan it.
Yeah.
Do you see that changing, and do you think that affects the average family who wants to go?
I do, and that's one of the reasons we do it on YouTube, because we have a lot of friends that would like to go but can't go, and so that's one of the reasons we started doing Disney, was so our friends could see what we were seeing. Disney itself, I think Disney's going to have to make a choice here soon of pricing, and I think they're going to have to start rolling some things back. But they're doing that even if you get like, you got to catch the right deals. And on our page we have a lady called Amanda. She's with the Disney Bubble. She does planning of the trips.
Okay.
So she knows when the deals are happening. So like, and I tell this to people on our street: go check her out, tell her what you want to do, and she'll help you out. She'll help you find what you're looking for. But like, if they're doing free meals, like you buy your tickets and you buy a hotel and then they give you the free dining club, that's a savings of like $800.
Okay.
So if you go to one of the value parks, which I would tell anybody who goes to Disney, stay at the All-Star Sports, All-Star Movies, All-Star Music, whatever. Stay at one of the All-Stars. They're $150 a night. But I can tell you this, I stayed during COVID, they moved me around a lot. I would get canceled, and they would move me to another room because of my disability and needing a handicap room. I got put in the nicest one that they have. I mean, it's usually $700 a night.
No,
and I got it for $100 a night because they didn't have a choice because I had it booked reserved and they just didn't have enough room for COVID restrictions. The beds are the same.
Oh.
It doesn't matter which one you stay in, the beds are the same. So I tell everybody, stay in the cheap one because you're not there to be in the hotel anyways. You're there to go to the parks, you're there to ride the rides. And then, you know, I tell people, if you can get to Walmart or get Ubered in groceries, get groceries and bring them into your room so you have food to eat and not buying the park food.
Yeah.
Like buy one meal a day if you're going to buy your food. You know, there's ways to do it. You know, we're season pass holders down there, which we save money because of that. I can go to Disney for a really reasonable price, and most people think I pay a lot, but honestly I really don't because I've learned how to work it over the years. But for a family going for the first time, it can be astronomical.
Do you think some of it's overpriced, way overpriced?
I think some of it is, yes. I think the tickets are way overpriced a little bit. I think the tickets should be under $100.
So how, if you would want to go to Magic Kingdom right now, just, okay, let's go right now, like tomorrow I want to be there. How much would a ticket cost for Magic Kingdom?
110 to 125.
Okay, just, and that's not at the gate, that's buying online.
Yep, it's buying online.
Okay, so if you buy a ticket to Kennywood, it would be like $60.
Right.
That is a significant amount. That's like almost double.
Right, and then the crowds are a lot bigger there too, so sometimes you may only get a ride, 4 or 5 rides, 6 rides, depending on the wait times. So you have to buy the lightning pass to get your better.
Yeah.
And that's another $30. So, you know.
So I mean, it just depends. Like you guys are passionate about it. You guys love the park.
Yeah.
It just matters where your heart is, or what you love doing.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like here, we bought the pass here, and we come up here, and it's a cost to come up here. Like I put a lot of miles on my car, a lot of gas to get up here.
Yeah, it's an hour drive.
It's an hour and a half for me. So like you know, you know, it's a bunch of backcountry roads. You know, so like it's a lot of cost for gas and fuel to come up here, but I wouldn't change it. I would do it again and again, and sometimes I do it, as people know from my channel, I'll do it 2-3 times a weekend. You know, especially this time of year.
I've seen you.
Yeah.
You love Halloween.
Yeah, Halloween is like my favorite. Yeah, so like I'm literally around. Whereas Disney, I get to go for a week and that's it, and then you know, it's another 4 months before I go. Or 3
Your
months
addiction to Disney is like my addiction to Silver Dollar City, buddy. Trust me. I wish I could go as much as often I could.
Right.
I love my home park. But I just love that park. It's amazing.
Yeah, exactly.
You said you had, we talked on the phone earlier. You said you had
I do have questions for you because you're always asking the questions.
Yeah, so we try to spin it.
Yeah, so we're going to spin it. I'm going to flip the script on you. So what I want to know is, what's your earliest memory from Kennywood?
Oh, geez. I was very, very, very little. Very young.
I'm not talking about when your mom brought you. I'm talking.
No, I don't remember that. Actually, I don't remember. I remember for when we were having a picnic here for my grandfather's. I was probably about 8 years old, and for some reason I remember being back by. Oh, he's menacing. Look. We had still in the scare actors that would come around the corner.
Oh, I know that guy.
Yeah.
Right.
So
we'll see him in a little bit.
Yeah, we're back behind the Jackrabbit, or back by the Jackrabbit. And for some reason, instead of it just gravel or dirt, they decided to put mulch all over. And then they had a game where they put a sawdust. And we would dig for gold, and we dumped all the sawdust all over the place, and we dug for gold.
Oh wow!
Oh, it was just prizes, little prizes like stones or whatever, like pebbles. You wouldn't be able to get away with that today. Weapons, right? How you doing, man? So we have a scare actor out the window looking at us. David knows them.
They always are looking for me. So. They're not camera shy, I promise.
Oh yeah, you get that's good, good for your channel.
They really put it on when they see me coming, which is great. I love it. I love it. All right, so my next question for you is, on all the rides, we've had a lot of rides come and go. So if there's a ride that you missed, the ride you missed the most, and the one that you think you could bring back right now.
Bring back?
Yeah, that you miss and that you would bring back right now if you could.
It'd probably be a roller coaster, but there hasn't been many roller coasters you know. But here's the thing: I don't want Phantom to leave.
Right? No.
But if I had to, if I had to have a coaster to come back, of course, there's only one coaster that I ever rode that was here. You know, that would be Laser Loop.
That's what I had a feeling. I remember that as a kid. It was like frightening to me, but my sister rode it.
I have the credit. And you know what? I was really afraid of coasters, so that was a big thing for me. And my mom says my first credit was the Jackrabbit or Wildcat from Idora Park. So I can't remember.
You could bring the Laser Loop back.
I don't know, man. I don't want to get rid of this picnic table back there.
No, you don't have to get rid of those. They have other areas here that they could expand out and do it. Think about it. There's places.
No, I don't know where you're talking about.
Well, you got Lost Kennywood.
Yeah, but like that's.
Do you really need a taco stand?
Yes, I do. I'm old school. I love this stuff. Okay. Too much.
See, I'm trying to bring you back a roller coaster, and you're like,
it's a roller coaster.
No, I want the tacos.
I want the tacos. I know. That's what Pedro's is always never really open anyway.
It's right.
They could be moved. I'm sorry.
Right. Exactly. I was thinking of a place.
I'm so Pittsburgh, just not wanting anything to change. Right. It's just all part of our memories, you know.
Right. But I mean, like me, like personally, like I would love to see him bring back the Turnpike. And like extend it around like different rides, like make it a really long ride and like extend it. They could do that, and it'd be really cool.
You know, it's funny. So much history in this park. You look around and if you're like David Hayner, he's a historian. He can look at the part of a park and say, I remember when this was like a ride right here,
right,
or this was this and that. It's pretty amazing.
Well, it's like when I walk around, that's how I look at it. I remember all the things, you know. Hey, I rode that as a kid, you know, I missed that, and I would like to see it back. And people always talk about it on my stream, the things they would like to see come back or like to see happen.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, it'd be great. And I told you this, we talked about this off camera a long time ago. I would love to see Kennywood expand and build an indoor park for wintertime.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
I think it'd be
up over the hill.
Yeah, build some hotels, make it a whole thing that's a season round. And make killer money off of it. You know what I mean?
They're very popular indoor water park, even though they have one down the street.
Yeah. But, like I said, I really think Kennywood could do it. I think they could. And I mean, like I said, I like all the stuff we're seeing moving forward. I believe the steel curtain is going to be up and running next year. I know a lot of people don't want to talk about it. They're really worried, but what they're doing is exactly what I thought they were going to do. Where the problem is exactly where I thought it was after last year recording it.
I remember you saying that.
Fixing it, and so when I saw the new supports getting poured in, I'm like, I was right on that one. So
a lot of the GP don't know what's going on. They people that don't come here as often as we just have inklings.
Yeah,
and we hear rumors.
You can see things, and when you're here and you see them doing things, but. You know, I really think it'll be open by opening day next year. I think.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about opening day. I'm being honest with you. The past years, they're never open because of the weather.
Yeah.
So I would assume if it's going to be open that early, it'd be like a couple weeks after.
Well, remember the Rapids? They did a Memorial Day opening.
Yeah.
So they might do that. You know, they might hold it for that, make a big.
Or just late June.
But hopefully they get some Steelers to come out and reopen it again like they did the first time.
Yeah.
And hopefully develop it a little bit more. You know, we never did get the games back that they were showing when they first did it. So
I don't think that's going to return.
Yeah, I just say I would have really liked to have seen that happen. You know,
maybe something else. Like I would see maybe a flat ride or so come back there. There's plenty of room back there for a flat ride.
Yeah, with Laser Loop.
Yeah. Sure. Hey, do you have anything else you wanted to ask, or
one more question for you? You ready? This one's really hard. Are you sure? Can you handle it?
No, I'm crazy like that.
When are you going to do a YouTube page?
We already did.
Did you? You got
But
one?
I'm having problems, and maybe it's something that eventually you and I can work out. We're having problems getting it to. What we're doing is these interviews. We want to put these interviews on there,
right?
And cache them there,
right?
But the problem is the YouTube asks you to verify your phone number to be able to put something that's longer than 15 minutes.
Right.
My tech, Aiden, is having problems. he's doing it with their ass, but it's still not letting us.
Okay, all right. I'll see if I can help you guys out with that.
So if we have to go back and erase that channel and restart it over again,
right,
to be able to punch all these videos in, and then put in the year-end videos. That's what we started that for. It's just a format to keep the that way I can just punch them in like on Krazy or wherever. Do you remember last year or whatever this year?
Right.
And do you remember when we did an interview with David and stuff like that?
Right. Yeah. No, I'd really like to see you guys develop that because you got the huge followers on Facebook.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's all it was going to be used for, as a tool for us to keep a category or catalog of interviews and stuff like that.
And personally, I want to say that I really appreciate all the Kennywood Krazies out there because
you're welcome.
You guys have accepted us. You let us share our Disney stuff too, and we're really excited that you guys let us do that. But we truly do love this park, and we love the people in this park, and we love meeting everybody. There's a couple of the pages that, like, first said we could do it, and then they
changed their mind.
They changed their mind, and that's their prerogative. If they ever invite us back, I would go back in a heartbeat and start sharing with them and letting them know when things are going on. But and I know you do music, right? Musician. So I'm going to give you a challenge. I want you to try to come up with something for GenieTV4.
Done.
All right. Come up with something that I can use as an intro.
We'll talk about what it is.
Yeah.
I did the same thing for Jason.
I heard you.
Dude, that thing rocked. He loved it.
So let's see.
It's gonna have to be. I think he's gonna be more laid back though.
Okay.
I think we'll try to find something a little more laid back.
Something catchy.
Catchy. We'll figure it out.
Help me something out. I'd really appreciate it.
Yeah. All right. So let's end this video real quick. David, God bless you. Thank you for spending time with us. Thank you for your time.
Yep.
And Carrie, when she watches this, we love you. Thank you. We're sorry you couldn't make it today. She was going to, but she had some personal things to take care of.
Yep.
So with that, Jill, David, everyone who's watching, we love you and we thank you so much for joining us today.
Yep. We're going to be live tonight.
As
soon as we're done here, I'm going to be going live.
Share what you got going on with them.
GenieTV4 is going to be live here tonight with all the scare actors out here, and I'm sure we'll be hijacked. And if you watch the channel, we did bring Flash's girlfriend, and she is Flashy. He's seen her, so.
And Flash has a new ornament around his neck. He's got a Kennywood Krazy wristband too, so look for it.
Awesome. So guys, thank you so much. Thank you for having me, man. I appreciate it.
Next weekend we're going to have a pink out. It's our pink out. Hopefully, I don't know how your schedule is. We'd love to have you, Carrie. We gave these buttons out to David and Carrie. They're pink out. They're pink kangaroos. And next weekend, it's a breast cancer awareness, and so we're going to bring awareness to all the women who are fighting, who are fought. And I know it has happened in your family too.
Yeah, my Carrie's mom passed away.
Yeah, and my grandmother. And we just ran into someone today who had told me it was a little girl. It's like 12. And said my mom just passed away in June from it. So it's a horrible disease. We just want to bring it to light. So this coming Saturday, join us at the Potato Smash. Wear pink, and we're gonna ride the bumper cars together. All right. And with that,
thank you, man.
With that, God bless you.
God bless you. God bless everybody.
Anyway, say it with me. God is good all the time, and love each other with that crazy love. God bless you.